What's up, TNA fans? I really wish we had better news, but it's not one of those weeks. Gotta lead off with Mike Santana seemingly done with TNA, or at least will be at the end of the year. Um, I'm quickly scrolling down spoilers. I don't think he was at the latest show, but he is still kind of like promoting TNA and all. But you can just check his Twitter. He said he had his latest House of Glory show, which led me to write an article called "Mike Santana Heading to WWE?" question mark. And then like 12 hours later, PWI made an article, "Mike Santana Heading to WWE." They just added a little bullshit about who they think he's going to feud with and whatever else, but we're all guessing. I guessed that one right ahead of them. Got some more bad news, but what's up, Gary? Speaking of bad news.
Yeah, could be better. I don't know if I should mention it here on a podcast. I don't want to bring it down, but I lost my dad last Thursday around 10:30 in the morning.
Yeah, pretty rough.
He succumbed to fluid on the lung, I guess. I guess that's what they figure. That's what always kills older people towards the end. Like their body shuts down. But yeah, it's going to be a real rough holiday season, and I don't know, rough going for me for quite a while. He was loved by everybody.
Throw some prayers or whatever, Gary's way. I'll be fine. Obviously feel terrible. But we have to move on. This episode is dedicated to him. And, okay, well, today's June 10th. Slammiversary is July 20th. Do you know what's after Slammiversary? Nothing. At least as of the moment. I don't know if we mentioned this last week. There's nothing. I don't know. I thought maybe I jumped the gun a little, but then Gary finally said today he's with me. Gary, you know this. This never happens.
No, not with this current regime, especially because just when we thought like they weren't going to come out with any news of any more Joes, it's like they'll come out with these like 3 or 4 month blocks, and this time around it's like it feels like a whole lot different. I don't know. I'm kind of the only thing I'm holding out hope for is that we hear some big announcement like you had mentioned before we went live, maybe possibly going live.
That's like the only other thing I can think is possible. Because it's just, they can. I don't know. I'm just thinking. First off, before this was Ace Austin. Like I don't even know if we recorded since Ace Austin left.
I think we had mentioned he had left.
So Ace definitely gone. Santana. So he wrote, "What a run. Thank you, Hog Wrestling, for always believing in me. Thank you, New York City, for always believing in me. You all watched me grow up right in front of you. Love you all. Goodbye." He wrote even more than that today. Like, he thanked everyone and said, again, basically, on to bigger things. So it's like, I don't know how it could be more obvious to him to say he's going to WWE. He can't, where else can you not work indies? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I found some random Twitter person, Quackstar Productions. They wrote, "That means big things on the horizon, or you would never leave House of Glory. Thank you for the fun nights." And I was like, yes, that's all I'm trying to. That's what's in my head. You know what I mean? Like you can keep working indies with TNA, and you can work indies with AEW. So that's it. Or he's moving away somewhere. That's going by his Twitter, and I don't think he's moving away somewhere.
But I don't know if you did catch it that Gia Miller was back, so that's good that she's back.
Yeah, see, we keep getting these little things of good news and then some bad news, like the Inspiration returned, Killer Kelly returned.
Oh yeah.
This is my. I wrote it. I hate to do this.
I guess they said.
Sorry.
I was just gonna say the Inspiration. I guess I saw a news story on them.
Yeah.
Apparently, their deal, I guess, was like they were signed like several months back.
Oh, okay.
So they were it was already a given.
It was kind of waiting until the right spot.
Like a timing thing, yeah.
Well, very smart. I mean, they've had so many knockouts tag teams in the way. What the hell, man? That was total sarcasm. They had, 2 knockout tag teams ever, and they got these 2 on the sidelines doing what? Waiting?
Yeah.
I don't know. Again, here's what I think they're doing. Getting in ring shape for their WWE return. I mean, I feel like that's kind of what everything is. Okay, now.
Well, to be fair, too, they were out with both having babies. Too,
oh, yeah.
So.
And they both looked amazing. Absolutely amazing. I mean, as always. Like, I don't think people realize how many fans they have. Like, there's, like, inspiration accounts, you know what I mean? There's, like, iconic accounts, like, my friend Randy, who runs the Beautiful Ladies of Pro Wrestling, is a huge fan of them. Killer Kelly returned. How long have we been talking about that?
Yeah. It's just a matter of pulling the trigger there.
Luckily, because she almost got murdered by her husband accidentally last week. Remember that one? Jesus Christ.
Here she was coming back into the mix. I don't know, but
yeah. Well, I mean, yeah. She had a baby. She had a baby 6 months ago. So I mean, okay. Now I swear, I missed this. Maybe it's because I turned it off before. I honestly don't remember the main event of this show. I don't remember. I'm always watching with my boy Robles. Now it says I found a tweet from 12:50 a.m. that night, so I'm guessing maybe it ended late. I'm not sure. I honestly just don't remember watching this main event, which is, I mean, we're going to talk about the show. I do not remember a second of this main event. I really hope Gary does, but Gary, did you happen to hear the chants of "Let's go Cena, Cena sucks" and "What's up" during the main event? Like basically the I'm bored chants, as I called them.
I looked at this article that you had written on your RussellVoice.com. A little bit of plug there, bang bang.
Thank you.
But yeah, I did pay attention to what, and I did hear what you were commenting.
Well, it was Ringside News. It's Ringside News' article.
Yeah, really.
Okay, so
I really did see that.
Like, what do you think?
I didn't really understand it, but now that you kind of explained to me.
Yeah. But I mean, think about it. Like, this is a really bad main event for a regular TNA fan. Like, most of us don't really know Trick Williams. It's the first time seeing him. We're gonna dislike him because he's the champion. Most of us know, what's his name? Doesn't have a chance of winning, and he's also not a very good. He's not a very good wrestler. He can't put on a very good match. He's a character. Elijah.
I just gonna say, Jay, he was very. Honestly, it's pretty bad when Elijah has more movesets than Trick Williams.
You thought Trick looked bad?
I mean, versus like Elijah did some things in there, like did something like Batman kind of thing.
Yeah.
Like walk the rope several times.
I mean, I've seen.
I just thought he looked like the better.
Because I've seen Trick have some like really good matches. So.
Has he? Yeah, I don't know.
Because I've never really seen. I thought Elijah was more of a character who just had some cool moves. Maybe a little bit of a better wrestler than Hendry.
Yeah.
But I think it was more of like just, I don't know, like he doesn't really deserve that spot. Everyone knows it. Everyone knew he wasn't going to win, and it was like kind of like this new WWE guy against this other WWE guy.
Yeah, that's
fair. You know what I mean?
Yeah, then it was kind of like a former main roster guy facing an NXT. So it was kind of hard to book it too, because it's like, how often do you see a lower roster talent defeat somebody that was on a main roster at one point? You know what I mean? You don't see that every day.
I'm not sure if we mentioned this last week, but I learned something terrible. 6-7, I wrote this, so yeah, I'm not sure if I mentioned this last week. I learned something terrible, at least for myself. Everyone at TNA, all the important people, still follow Scott. Yeah. So that made me think, I don't know if I did this last week. I don't think I did. Oh yeah, I did, sorry. It's called TNA to become MLP. Okay, sorry, I'm not going to go through it again. So, but I mean, if anyone missed it, like I think WWE is going to buy TNA, and the leftovers will go to Maple Leaf Pro. And that's why they're all still following Scott. Because they're going to make a deal with him or something, or they already made a deal with him.
Yeah, I can't say it's like, some of it, there isn't some merit to what you're saying at all, because it's like, I don't know, just like, I feel like everything's going too well. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, there's that too. I mean, they just signed these young girls. They said, 5 girls?
Yeah.
6 girls? 7 girls? It shows you might be 7 girls.
It's very... What is the terminology? Mixed messages, I guess, to the fan base. It
kind of looks to me like if they keep going on, it'll be an all-women show. Like I think you might have mentioned at one point.
Yeah, it's starting to look that way with the heavy, division being built up. With you get Killer Kelly back.
And also, think about the Hardys are supposedly leaving soon, right? Joe Hendry is supposedly leaving soon. And again, my original report said WWE was going to buy them, take the library, but they really wanted the top stars. And they've taken them already. Jordan. Who do they have already, right? Who do they have already? I'm missing someone other than Jordan, aren't I? Well, whatever. Jordan, Santana, the Hardys, Ace Austin. Like, what other top stars can they take?
Well, I see somebody
The
say
Rascals we
something.
talked about, we think they might be going soon.
Yeah, the Hardys or something. I heard someone say that they're supposedly their deal with TNA runs out in October.
Yeah, I mean, they even said it. Like, they're going back to WWE. Like, they're gonna have another match with the Dudleys. I think they're having a match with the Dudleys. Like, and listen, I will never say a bad word about them. They might have saved TNA. You know what I mean? I don't think people realize how important they were at a certain time. They had no stars, but that's what that's what really scares me. How are you going to get on a new network after you lose the Hardys, Mike Santana, all these other guys?
Yeah.
Or did you trick the new network that these guys are staying? Because who are the male stars right now? Who is a known male star in TNA? I mean, even female, you can say, other than Tessa. And Tessa, again, who I'm pretty sure I proved innocent recently. Tessa is not on any. I'm sorry, the last two graphics.
The only one I can think of, well, right off the top of my head, is maybe EY, only because he had that NXT crossover kind of thing. Boy, but I mean, does everybody know who he is? I wouldn't say yes.
You know what scares me? Is Matt Cardona one of the most? He's one of the top names, probably, right?
Yeah.
Oh God.
Yeah, I would say he's got to be the most visible.
Okay, you can just talk to yourself for 5 minutes while I go throw up. So I'm looking at spoilers. I'm looking at spoilers. I'm not going to say them yet. We'll get to that at the end. But I can say Cardona. I can say Cardona is still there. And
you know what I was afraid of?
When did he become a face?
I don't know about you, but I was really scared when Sheriff Stone handed him I think like a referee deal, but I thought it was a contract. And
whatever it was, yeah. Yeah, I mean,
I did contract with DNA.
How did he go from the heel with Delander and then the heel who literally just lost to Macklin the month before, right?
Yeah.
To the face of TNA who's coming out to talk for TNA. That's embarrassing. I'm sorry. Have Matt Hardy come out. I don't care who it is. Matt Cardona. He's a part-timer in TNA, which is part-time taping. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, definitely would have been a good time to bring out Leon Slater because they're billing him as.
I mean, he's still there. That's.
We'll
get to that later, though. I mean, okay, so what are we doing? Against All Odds?
Yeah.
I'm trying to see if there's any more news we're forgetting here.
That's the 14th event company history. The 14th.
I did call out the president recently. I said something like either stop lying to fans or announce something for after Slammiversary. And I said and then I wrote, if you don't block me, I'm going to use you as my mailman. As in, I post my replies on certain people. Like, there's nothing illegal, There's nothing Twitter illegal with that. You know what I mean? You can post replies on anyone. So
they might have something brewing, but maybe not either. I don't know. Maybe something's brewing negatively. That maybe they
I really think that's what it is. They also they blocked me on Twitter for the first time ever. They let me. I swear to God, I wrote the craziest stuff about Scott on there. They didn't care. I wrote stuff about Garrett Kidney. They didn't care. The second I mentioned Chasen Rance, the convicted pedophile who is connected to everyone in the wrestling business, I'm learning.
Yeah.
Including Dave Meltzer, which is kind of someone emailed me today. Hang on, sorry, I gotta cut that short, whatever. Dave Meltzer really made an amazing botch today in life. Also, I gotta remember, fuck you, Asylum, you little bitches. Dave Meltzer made a huge botch where he said 500 all year. He was saying 500,000 people were watching Dynamite on Max, okay, which is now AEW, which is now HBO Max. Gary, would you like to explain why a company would change their name from Max to HBO Max?
I don't know.
Desperation, is that fair?
They do that. They did that with the ABC Family back in the day. They changed it to Freeform, and I'm like, yeah, that sounds so much better than ABC Family. Freeform.
Oh, that's what Freeform became? That's what Freeform is?
Yeah, it used to be ABC Family,
Wow.
and used to air all those Rankin Bass cartoons.
If anyone from ABC Family is listening, I never watched your channel again because I didn't know what the hell Freeform was. So terrible, just terrible work.
Back into these young youth kind of shows, you know.
Oh, just amazingly bad work there. I had funny. I had no idea that. I would have never known that. I would have never.
I watch the channel quite often, and then I don't know. They start getting all these teeny bopper like shows on there, and it's like, okay.
Damn it! I'm all over the place. Now you made me forget what the hell I was about to yell about. Meltzer. So he says all year they're getting 500,000. AEW Dynamite is getting 500,000 extra viewers from Max. Okay, everyone just believed it. So much so that if you Google how many viewers they get on Max, it's in the goddamn AI.
Yeah.
It came out today or yesterday. Zaslav, the head of the CEO of Warner Brothers, he doesn't like the whole streaming thing, it's just terrible for like this whole story. It could not be worse for AEW, but I only care about the Meltzer being wrong part, and amazingly wrong. So the Zaslav talked about how they're going to be cutting back and moving live stuff to the side, which is AEW and sports. That's all it is. So if sports are doing bad, imagine how bad AEW is doing. So he said it was like I forget the percentage. He put a percentage out there of what the view, compared to everything else, and it came out to 100,000 views tops. Dave said 500,000. He said he got it from sources he knew.
Wow.
That is like, I don't know. Insider I feel like it's like insider trading kind of thing because people say he gets paid by them, and he's faking their numbers. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, that's just gonna
think about every buy rate he ever put out. No facts. I said for years, hey, where's he getting the buy rates from? I swear, I would just ask people. There's no source, and I would always say, listen, if you can't find a source, there's no reason to believe someone. You know what I mean?
Yeah, knowing Tony, you probably had a bunch of people sit back and watch the episode 350.
Oh, exactly. That's exactly what someone said on Twitter. They were like, that doesn't mean that it can't be one person watching it over and over and over. And you don't think Tony can do that? Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
He's got Meltzer in his pocket. He's got Sap in his pocket. He's got... Who knows? God knows. There's somebody... I can't name all the sites. Ebu, all these weird Twitter people that you guys probably don't know, but whatever. So yeah, really bad. Just terrible news all around for AEW. Okay, so I popped into TNA Asylum recently. Dropped off 2 articles. Thought they were pretty fair articles or whatever. One of them was okay. Oh, one of them was trashing. I guess trashing Scott a little, which I'm sure struck a nerve with the LGBT TNA Asylum, as I'm going to refer to her from now on, who called me a gay hater, I believe. First of all, do you even know my sexuality, you fucking douchebags? What if I am gay? I don't talk about it, just like a few other things in life. Anything else I'm 100% honest about. I don't talk about that because I think it's really funny no one will ever know if you don't know me. Also, disliking one fucking transgender doesn't make you anti-gay. I hate to break it to you. Disliking one transgender doesn't even make you anti-transgender. That's 1 out of a fucking million. I don't like one of them because they did fucked up shit that could have killed TNA, and it might have killed TNA.
Well, not to mention, she was shoved down her throat every week.
Thank you. I didn't even get to that part.
No substance for her character.
Yeah, no. And these people are out there still defending her like she did anything in TNA like they gave a fuck about.
I mean,
she was terrible. She lost, I believe, 24 straight title matches.
Yeah.
I really think that's a true number that anyone could look up at TNA, 24 straight, because her boyfriend he knew he couldn't put the title on her. Him. Yep. I don't know what to call it.
He had to basically get his own company in his
Thank you. That is so fucking creepy to me. Like, to me, he got fired for this. So he went and bought another company because, if you don't know this, he's incredibly rich. Do you know how he's incredibly rich? His family left him money This man hasn't done shit in his life. He's a failure as a wrestler, failure as a promoter. Now he's a creep. He's a failure as a human.
If there isn't some merit to all of this, then why did Trey Miguel vanish for months after making some of those lewd comments about some of the back bears?
I got another one. I got another one for Giselle fans that I keep forgetting until I saw a tweet from Scott Steiner to, I believe, his brother Rick. I was like, holy shit, remember that?
Yep.
Okay, does anyone remember what happened after that? Because I remember. I have a good memory when it comes to a lot of shit, especially bad people like Giselle. She said, I have a lot more to tell about this story. Guess what?
Yeah.
Never came out. Bullshit. Bullshit from a fake person who lied about what they are to people like Lady Frost, who found out what they were in the ring. And I mean, it's so wrong. And now he's at this place where he has no one to stop, no one even looking over his shoulders, and he's getting promoted by you know who promoted him today. He has a free show this Saturday. That's how good he's doing, Gary. A free show. Who puts on free shows? Creeps to meet young fans.
I remember when Lady Frost was on.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about. That's what I was just talking about. Yeah.
And then, like, all of a sudden, she wasn't there no more, and it was like there was a lot more going on than what they said.
That was the story. Yep.
Injured, and
she vanished. She probably signed some contract. You can't say a word about this.
Yeah.
You can't say that you touched the president's boyfriend's junk in the ring because you're a wrestler and that rubs against you sometimes. But it's gross to me, and whatever. If it's not gross to you, hey, that's awesome. You keep making fun of me and pointing at me in my sight. I got no problem with that. I just don't like being called anti-gay. I mean, I'm gonna mention my uncle's. I will say my uncle is gay, and I swear to God, I have like 8 friends on Twitter. 4 of them are gay. 3 of them are autistic. 1 of them is autistic and gay. So fuck you. That's diversity.
And that's what used to make America so great, because everybody had their own opinions. And it's like now, if you're not in that window,
gay. Yeah. Sorry.
You're sick.
I don't want to. Again, I don't want to sound like, because I know people are listening like, oh fuck him, talking about gay people. Scott D'Amore was bisexual. He ran the company for how long? We saw what he did. Ross Foreman, who follows Scott D'Amore, is now running the company. He's openly gay. I didn't know that until I was looking up some stuff.
No, I didn't know.
Ingrid Isley, pretty sure she's gay. Hate to, take a look at someone and say that, but I'm pretty sure I can in this case. And I know a handful of others, and to me it's like you cannot have 90% of anything. And people are like, oh, you're racist. I'm like, fuck you. I don't care if it's 90% of smart white people. You know what I mean? It's too much. That's not what diversity is. It's literally the opposite of diversity.
Yeah,
you gotta separate it into all different. That's what diversity means. Like I don't. Oh, whatever. Sorry, we apologize to wasting so much time on a stupid fucking asylum. Also, thank you for your spoilers, jerk-offs. I'll be taking them in the future also. Okay, so do we have to do anything before Slammiversary?
Well, not forget you're going to be taking their wives too, because that's
what
they said.
Yeah. Someone said I talked about on this podcast about having a weekend with J-Bone's wife. That was the fucking headline. It was a joke headline that I put there.
Yeah.
You remember that?
Yep.
I never said I fucking did. I never met J-Bone's wife. We talked on. The fact is, of course, no one will mention this part. I guess everyone doesn't hear this part. That J-Bone's wife apologized to me on behalf of the scumbags at fucking We Talk Impact or whatever the fuck they're called. Piece of shits.
Well, and the fact of the matter is, Jay, you say you don't hardly even leave your house, and she lives somewhere in the Midwest, so it doesn't even make any sense.
Whatever. I mean, I'm disabled, and whatever. But hey, if you want to go with that, sure. I mean, sure. And J-Bone never mentioned it. Yeah, okay. But it is true. She did contact me and apologized on behalf of the crazy-ass drunks that made up that podcast at the time. I don't know if Kyle's back. I heard maybe he is, which I think is funny. That, again, they're going back to following a drunken 20-something-year-old sheep after they had the balls to call my friend Gary a fucking sheep for following me. You know what I've done in that time? I made a fucking website. I'm going to be making money soon. I'm taking people's fucking... I'm just taking people's shit. I broke the story about Santana. I broke the story about fucking TNA. Nobody had a fucking clue about that shit.
I honestly think, Jay, I think that was a territorial thing. It was like, whose dick is bigger? Like, oh, you're taking your podcast partner's word over.
Oh yeah, totally.
Ours.
Yeah.
Been on our channel for years.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Okay, sorry, I missed a little big news, so this is good. TNA X Division Championship will be defended at Triple Mania. That happens on June 15th. Moose will defend against Joe Hendry, Hijo Day Dr. Wagner Jr. Fuck you for that name, bro. And El Macias. Is it El Macias? Oh man, I think we know him.
Sounds familiar.
I can hear our commenters or my friend on Twitter, Rockstar, yelling into the thing. Oh, Ricky Banderas. Oh shit, that's Ricky Banderas.
Okay.
Oh, he's 50 years old. Judas Macias. Does that ring a bell?
Oh, okay. Yes, very much so.
That was his TNA name?
I know that was his name in Lucha Underground. I know.
Wait, he's signed to WWE? Oh, because they own WWE.
Yeah, I can't remember what his full name was. I think he. I don't know if they had him in a mask. I can't remember.
Who, TNA?
Lucha Underground at the time.
Oh, he was oh man.
Yeah, I can't think of who he was.
Mil Muertes.
Yeah, Mil Muertes.
Great name. Oh man, he was awesome. Damn, I think he was Lucha Underground champ. He won the finale over Prince Puma, who was Ricochet.
Yep.
We did not appreciate that enough. Yeah. Lucha Underground. I think about it all the time. Like that was the. What's the word?
If that was back, I think I would do a podcast about that.
Yeah, like people talk about what's the word? The alternatives. That was a fucking alternative, man. Like I always say TNA is like a kind of a better version of WWE because it's similar. Yeah. And like there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. Of course you want to be a similar version of the people that are watching millions, not fucking AEW, but people watching hundreds of thousands because they still think it's about matches. Yeah. Nothing is about stars or not about matches, and like it's crazy how people just don't get that. When every big star ever, Hogan, there would be no wrestling without Hogan. He can't wrestle. He could never wrestle.
There really wasn't a lot of long matches on Against All Odds other than the main event. That was somewhere around 20 minutes.
Yeah, we're getting to it now. Here's what shocked me the most: Robert Stone losing. Yeah. Because what the hell was the point of all that?
Yeah, I don't know. It just seems
other than pissing off our friend Christian Thompson, who
honestly,
totally hated it. I hated it. Yeah.
I think they thought everybody was going to embrace the shit out of the storyline, so they killed it.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. No, I could see that. Yeah. I mean, I feel like there was even me and Rob will talk about this, and he was like, even he was like, now he has to win, like, I don't know. I feel like
I will admit the first week when I first
because it's over now. But yeah, like you said, like you said, it sucked, and I don't think nobody liked it. So good, it's over. So,
but as it's gone on, it's gotten tedious to sit through.
Oh, totally. Yeah. But like to have that ending, I just feel like it was I felt like a meh ending. But so to kick off the show, the Elegance brand versus Zia, Harley, and Mila. Also, this was the only kickoff show, right? Kickoff match.
Yeah. Yeah,
you can all thank Gary for that. That was his literal creation. That came from the mind of Gary. Also, we have a little complaint about this show. It was a bit dark. What was that about?
But have you noticed since they've done the one pre-show match, the flow of the show has been better, and it's not like rough to sit through.
Fucking 2 pre-shows. We just like it felt so rushed and like.
Yeah.
There's more time to talk about the Elegance brand and like these new girls, Mila and Harley, which. Yeah. And I really liked that. I didn't even think about it. I loved the idea of throwing Zia in there because she's also new and kind of young.
And for being one of our PLEs, it was about a match short of what we normally have. We usually have about 10 matches on the card. This one had 9.
Okay.
So maybe for a better flow. I don't know.
I mean, yeah, I really liked this a lot. And it was short, 5 minutes.
Yeah.
I really like Mila and Harley. Zia has been, I thought. She keeps getting better and better. The Elegance brand, I still hate the name, but good God.
What would you put PLE over? Would you put this over the Under Siege thing that we did the month before?
I'm gonna have to wait until we get to the end.
Okay.
But I'm gonna say no, just because I don't know. I didn't come out. I remember I came out of this like, So I remember thinking, okay, let's get on to the spoilers.
Yeah.
Like there weren't really any stories here other than the three girls returning.
Yeah, this is the first time in a while a couple of pay-per-views back-to-back have been kind of, like, less than stellar.
Yeah,
you know
it's just
what I mean?
kind of like, it feels like they're kind of going through the motions.
Yeah, maybe.
So Myla Grace got, no, who got the pin on? The concierge got a shot in. Again, I like that. He's doing stuff, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
I used to say this all the time about freaking what's the name? Literally the greatest manager in wrestling. I don't care what anyone says. Alicia Edwards. She gets involved in every goddamn match. That's what you should be doing, unless you're like Heyman. You're just like a mouthpiece, but whatever. So yeah, that was fine. I don't like champions losing, but whatever. I'm sorry, no, the champions won here.
Oh yeah.
Even though it was a 6-man, I still wouldn't. I still don't like. I don't know. I don't like the idea of champions ever losing, even though they won here. So whatever. That doesn't make any sense.
There was no match or no champions that didn't retain in this.
This was a 6-man, so it wouldn't have been. I'm just saying, like, even if they lost, I wouldn't have liked them losing. Yeah. But no, they won because of the concierge, the creep, and if you have not seen this, which you probably haven't, Ash by Elegance, Ashame Sabera, I don't know how to say it. Her latest photo, good God. Instagram, check out her Instagram. She is just, oh my God. Funny thing, I used to think she kind of looked fake when she was in WWE as whatever her name, Dana Brooke.
Oh, okay.
And now I think she's like possibly the hottest human ever. And like she doesn't look fake at all, and it's like 10 years later or something.
I want to say that on the Go Home show or something, they showed her. I don't know if they had a clip or whatever of her as Dana Brooke. I can't remember where I seen it, but it showed her like as the character of Dana Brooke. So I kind of know what you mean, you know, like as far.
Yeah. So
good.
then the inspiration came out after the match. A little worried they're going to quickly win it, but it's the inspiration. They're pretty huge, and that's life.
I think they're going to get the titles off the Ellie brand at some point because they kind of, I don't know,
have a really confusing name.
Yeah.
What'd you think about Mance versus Macklin?
I thought it was pretty hard hitting here and there, but my problem with it, Jay, was like, he had the upper hand on Sammy, but like they really are like I feel like MLW did a better job of using the Meltzer character thus far.
I agree. Totally agree.
I kind of felt like he's kind of like more like the Southern redneck, like he wasn't. MLW, I don't really feel that
he's losing a lot, and like I don't know. I'd rather see him like if he's about to lose, kick Macklin in the balls and get DQ'd. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I don't know if they understand what the whole Southern redneck gimmick is. You know about
maybe not. It might be like with Scott. Remember the stories we saw recently about wrestlers? You know, talking. And he was like, yeah, whatever. And didn't talk to him for 3 years. And they just
know how to package people that were better somewhere else sometimes. You know what I mean?
No, definitely. I mean, I was super excited about Mance Warner. And now it's like,
You remember Sandow? Like, they brought him in. Like, it was cool for, 3 seconds.
I was really excited. I mean, anyone can go back. I loved Mance Warner in MLW. And yeah, he was much better. Sure, you can say less people, less stars or whatever are there, but whatever. Yeah. And like Hammerstone, he can go back there. He's the top guy always. That's like what MLW is, so whatever.
And I don't think he was enjoying his booking at the time. They could say all this injuries. I think he wasn't enjoying TNA either, and I think he was kind of phoning it in, kind of a la EC3 before he left that last time.
I don't want to do this, but I'm afraid we're going to spend way too much time on this. The System versus Leon Slater, the Hardys, and a mystery man.
Oh, no.
I don't know. First off, how many weeks did we spend on Cody Deaner's he's leaving thing? A month?
Yeah, if you're gonna bring him back, can you give him some different gear to make it look like it's obviously his hometown man?
Or do it a month, or like keep him off TV for 2 months.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess that's the joke they're making. I do like the name Hometown Man.
Yeah, so do I. I gotta laugh. It's so
Like,
generic.
he's from what, like, and, like, he acts like he's from whatever town they're in, you know what I mean? So, like...
All I can think of is they're treating him like a novelty act, like Shark Boy.
Yeah, but I mean, like, when people are waiting for, I don't know, something big, and then he comes out, it's like, what? Like, I don't know. I just put, like, my head down.
If you're gonna do that, why not bring? If you're gonna do that, why not bring back Heath Slater?
I was gonna say, you can literally throw any name in what you're about to say, and it would work better than fucking Cody Deaner. Who I'm just like, I don't know. I'm just mad because, like, we wasted time on, like, caring about him getting fired, and they never planned that. Like, I feel like I never feel this way. I feel like I got tricked as a fan. Like,
I was like, what the fuck is this hometown?
I got worked like
that's deep.
I got worked like everyone got worked with R-Truth, who I don't think anyone will ever know what really happened, because, like, he lost to Cena at friggin' Money in the Bank. He came back at the next special and he stopped Cena from winning. And everyone, and the story is that they actually got rid of him, and they listened to fan feedback and the media, and they took him back, and they changed their main event plans. I don't believe any of that. I'm sorry, especially when it fits the story perfectly. Like, he came back, you know what I mean? He stopped Cena, he beat Cena. Now he's over as fuck. WWE looks like the good guys because the moron guessers guessed wrong. So then they had to say, you know what I mean? Like, oh, it was a last-second change, and we know about this. So it's like, okay, so they made WWE the super faces here, who brought back R-Truth because the fans wanted him back. Do you think, I mean, you know WWE, would they ever do anything like that?
There's definitely a lot of backlash about him being let go.
Oh, no, definitely. But you know TKO. They are cutthroat. I don't even think they don't give a shit. Like, I don't know. I mean, maybe it's true. I just don't believe it. I mean, he came back, and if anyone missed it, he came back as... And it was fantastic. It was done so well. He came back on Raw last night. Sorry, TNA fans, but it is Ron Killings.
But at least TNA did live up to the hype of bringing in former champions at this event. Like, you know,
was it the Inspiration and Kelly? Was that the three?
Yeah, because she was a former tag champion with Masha.
But I mean, again, I think that let people down a little. I think also where
they were thinking like some past. Like,
here's a question I would never like to ask: where are all the dudes?
Yeah, I'm getting to feel like it.
How many straight women have they signed without a male? I honestly think the number is close to 8.
Unless there's some.
Who was the last male they signed?
Yeah,
Navarro.
Right. It's been a minute.
That's what I mean. I can't even guess.
I think what it is too is they've been signing so many knockouts. It's making it even harder to remember.
So that's another one. They went from 5 knockouts to 800 in like a week, which I don't know. It's very odd.
You got Gigi Dolan and her partner that's still out there.
Oh, there's a ton of girls. You got Elektra out there. Elektra. I mean, I don't know if you've seen her. Maybe the Ridiculous Smoke Show. Maybe she can't wrestle, but whatever.
Then threw those NWA ladies at us too, the Bees or whatever. I can't remember what they were called.
Okay, that was another thing. I think if they're going to continue, they need to like team up with with maybe NWA or something. But NWA just announced a Roku deal.
Yeah, it's very baffling. Like, it seems like a lot of the other companies that aren't TNA are making all these TV announcements.
And especially NWA, like, really? NWA can get one and TNA can't get one?
All we seem to do is keep getting sponsorships, but not much for their TV deal, you know?
So the hometown man is obviously Cody Deaner under a mask. Pretty good match, other than, the hometown man BS. Slater is awesome. I think Slater did something amazing again, which I forget.
I do give the hometown man a lot of credit. His theme song is pretty unforgettable.
Yeah. And again, I really like the name. Whoever thought of hometown man? I mean, it's just it's good. It's like because like they're gonna say he's from wherever they go now. They're gonna say he's from this place, so he'll get a pop. Like he'll get a pop. It's like it's stupid, but like it's kind of like what they took. It's much better than the shit he was doing as the people's whatever when nobody cared about him. Like. I'm here to speak to the people. I was like, boo, what?
And then you don't hear him either. thus far, so that's good.
Yeah. Okay, this I didn't like again. Mustafa versus Hotch.
Oh, yeah.
Post-match, Ali won't shake his hand, walks away on his own. Like, I don't really know what... I hate the idea of guys wrestling their own people. I mean, maybe it's different with Ali, because I didn't really see this idea until the Don Callis family, I think, brought it into the world, having your own faction fight with each other, which I think is just the dumbest thing ever. But it gets, like, here it's not that bad, because Ali's just a straight-up lunatic, and I can't dislike anything he does, but, I mean, wasting a match against Jason Hotch on him at a special...
I'm just sort of worried we're going to have all these women defending women, him hating Natasha Steele.
Oh, yeah, I'm shocked that didn't happen yet.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
And you know why I think it hasn't happened yet? Because of his name is Mustafa Ali. If his name was Jason Hotch and he pushed a girl, that'd be all over the fucking news.
Yeah.
This is the world we live in. People are afraid to say things about, like fucking people like Giselle. Whatever, though. Not going back to that. Post-match, yeah, actually, Ali won't shake his hand. The inspiration we saw again quickly. First clip. Okay, again. These... they did it again. The first-class penthouse.
Oh, yes.
What did you think? On a special. On a goddamn special, Gary.
Yeah, this is... We could certainly go back. I would almost rather go back in the vault and show some old... footage.
I do not remember ever being a huge fan of a guy, and then he did a bunch of segments, and now I never want to see him again. And that's how I am with AJ Francis. Like, Navarro's fine because he can still wrestle. You know what I mean? He's putting on really good matches outside of this. Francis is doing nothing. Sorry.
This penthouse thing happened right after the Hodge match.
Yeah.
Well, then why not do some kind of story, giving us a little bit of a backstory on Lee, where she came from.
Totally. No.
I didn't know what's going on with Masha, but I don't think people really know a lot about Lee.
And that's another one. I mean, she's got a crazy... what do you call it? Like, she did MMA recently. Yep. She won her MMA debut. Like, she does, fitness modeling, and she's gorgeous.
Yeah, she really...
So, yeah, the penthouse, whatever. I mean, I don't know. Santana came out. I'm sorry. I can't talk about that one. It's... I'm going to just wipe it out of my mind. Like you said, Li Yingli, they should have built her up more. This was a good match, but she wasn't... See, I didn't know this. Well, Thompson told me that Zia Lee, who is Li Yingli, never really had a good match. Or isn't a good wrestler. He said this was the best match he's ever seen her have, easily.
Oh, wow.
Like, I thought it was a decent match. I mean, not really special. I was looking for Thompson's review. I just didn't get to one, so... Today we're following Hall on 411 Mania.
I like a lot of the stuff that she's been in. I think, I think she's hard hitting. I think she can only improve from here. If she faces people
I just don't like. I don't know. I mean, I guess she can go back to it. She lost. She had a good match against Masha. She hung there, and then she can beat her a few months down, whatever. So post match, Killer Kelly came down, and.
With chain in hand.
Do you feel like this wasn't obvious? Because I feel like I've seen a lot of people didn't. They were like, "Hey, what's this about?" And I'm like, "What?
Yeah.
Do you not watch the show?"
Yeah, you don't remember.
She was chained to. Masha.
Crawling around all fours.
So now she's saying, I'm unchained.
Yeah.
And I think.
Yeah, I definitely think they're not going to pair up. I don't think you.
Yeah. No. I think that's her next opponent, and I think that's maybe when you do a title change. I mean, Kelly just had a baby. We shed. She almost got killed at a fucking indie show because a bunch of idiots.
Gotcha.
Mike Santana's in the back looking for first class. There was a highlights of Border Brawl. And it's funny because Hall wrote, we looked at last month's Border Brawl, a rather bizarre show. And I'm thinking that about this show. Like, why are you showing highlights from Border Brawl in here?
It's a bit of a bizarro at times.
Like, why are they throwing highlights from Border Brawl in here? Like, I don't know, just similar to other things. Like, and why is Mike Santana in the back? Like, it's in-ring segment. Like, I don't know. It felt very non-special to me. It felt like a...
In the upcoming match you're about to talk about, it's probably my most less likely for me to want to watch on the whole card, just because we've already...
Kazarian Hendry?
Yeah, it's been tough. You know what I mean?
I mean, again, it was a good match, but we've seen it. And Kazarian got the roll-up.
And the thing is, Jay, it feels no different than the 3 or 4 other times he's faced.
Oh, no, totally, yeah. And Kazarian gets a cheap win.
Yeah.
And now I guess...
Other than the result, because Kazarian pretty much is...
Here's what I don't understand. Doesn't Joe Hendry literally deserve a rematch?
Yeah.
Isn't that like a thing? Or is it just a thing sometimes when it's needed to be? That's what I mean.
I don't know if 2025 they honor that.
That's what I mean. Because it didn't sound. I remember him. He did a promo or something. He said something about the title, but it wasn't like I want it right now. And I'd be like, what the fuck? What does Santana get? Why is he even getting a title shot before me?
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, I wonder if to do, I don't know, new creative maybe, or not just TNA, but maybe creative all over, just kind of reversing that role of automatic.
That's another thing. Who is running creative? Could it be WWE at this moment?
Yeah, I don't know. You hear a mixed bag of whoever.
Yeah. But seriously, if WWE is, I mean, if they're taking people, you don't think they're saying I want Ace Austin, whatever, bury Ace Austin for a month. You know what I mean? There's probably saying that something. I don't know. I'm sure there's some talks going ahead of time where WWE's kind of controlling.
Well, what I'm shocked about him.
Or Hendry losing. Hendry's probably losing because he's going to WWE. There's another example.
Ace Austin was a former 3-time exhibition champion.
That hurts more than
multi-time tag team champion.
I don't even want to talk about it.
He was so young. He had so much
upside.
He had so much upside. Yeah.
Was he world champion? They made him world champion?
No, they were surprised they never did, though.
That's funny. I thought they did.
No, I don't think he ever quite got to that level.
But yeah, I mean that's like a killer, and then it's a killer among killers. I mean, Santana. Oh man, he was just on NXT. I mean, Joe Hendry. He's literally the most over person they have behind the Hardys, who are also on that list. Okay.
That's what I mean. Why they ever let Eli Drake walk.
And I'm like, what is TNA going to be without these guys?
Yeah.
But whatever.
It sometimes makes head-scratching moments.
And again, speaking of head-scratching, Robert Stone hires Matt fucking Cardona to be... Okay, I'm sorry. To be the referee. Okay, that part made sense. Because Stone is a heel, Cardona was a heel. That made sense to me. Okay, so then Nemitz...
Yeah, then he offered to pay him off and shit.
So then before that, we had the Nemitz versus the Rascals. And once again, the Rascals lose.
And just to go to the bottom of the barrel.
That's funny. That's funny. Hall kind of thinking like me, but I'm at the point where I'm thinking the opposite, which is, I hate to say it, he wrote, I'm wondering who will be going for the tag titles next. Hopefully it isn't the recently released Good Brothers. And I said I took it on Robles yesterday, I'm like, it's going to be the Good Brothers. If they're not done, they need people like the Good Brothers. They need everyone that's out there right now. They need every good hand out there.
They definitely do because they have that New Japan and WWE.
Yeah. And their names.
Yeah.
They need names, especially if these with the top names leaving. So Eric Young arguing with Sami Callihan. I like that. They were arguing about they hated that an outsider was world champion. And those are two guys who, it makes sense. Those are kind of the heart of, I don't hate the whole fucking heart in TNA,
I don't know if you caught it. I don't know if you caught it against lots of fans out in the crowd about my big brother.
Oh, I missed that. That's great. Yeah, thank you. Guess what? You hear that, people? He got heel stuff. And the main event got literally the boring... I call them boring chants, even though they're not boring chants, but when people say, what, that's boring.
They look really good against the Rascals, too. I was surprised.
They become a solid team. Yeah.
But they held their own, despite the Rascals being such a more versatile team.
Ryan is always shocking us.
Yeah.
Stone Morella. This was too long for me. 10 minutes. He didn't have the Cobra.
Yeah.
But Ariana Grace had one of her own.
Yeah. Once I see he pulled that out, I go, this match, I think Santino's pulling this one out for sure.
Yeah, again, we talked about this earlier. I was just surprised because I thought, what was the point of this whole damn thing or whatever?
Yeah.
And then Elijah versus Trick, we talked about this early, and this was 16 and a half minutes.
And I'm fine with that, but did Elijah, I guess I missed, did he win some kind of...
I forget what it was. I think he might have won a match against someone, but I forget. But that was my thing with two of these matches. Like Elijah and Trick, did they ever meet before this match on TNA? No. And the other one was
maybe no, not that I know.
No, I don't think so. And the other one was what was the other match? Not Kazarian, obviously. Not the Masha match, obviously. Not the Mustafa match, obviously. Where the fuck is it? Sorry, Macklin. Oh, and Macklin Warner. I feel like that was like they didn't have much heat going into it. You know what I mean? Like, does Macklin hate Warner? I don't know.
I mean, really?
Do they really know each other well? I don't know. Like, there was, you know what I mean? Like, it wasn't really a feud.
But I mean, why not? Like, you know, because they're kind of making a thing with the TNA, the brand, with Trick Williams being NXT and him donning the TNA title. Why not bring back some guys that are allowed to wrestle that were former TNA champions? I would rather watch that. Than
that's what I liked with. That's what I liked with the back. I mean? That's why I liked the EY thing in the back with Sammy, 2 former champions, and they're like, fuck that.
Yeah.
So I like that whole thing. Then the shit main event, which really hurt my whole thing on the show, along with Hometown Man returning. Other than that, it was fine.
Yeah,
Let's see, Hole gave it a 7.5. It wound up being a completely watchable event. I mean, that's...
Yeah, I'd say that in a nutshell, too. But, like, why not reveal the Hometown Man at the tapings or something instead of
totally,
one of your PLEs or whatever? You know, they were it's kind of like on the road, too.
And especially when you announce it beforehand as a mystery guy.
Yeah.
Don't fucking announce mystery guys if they're not good.
And I mean, I don't feel like
it's such an easy thing.
Highfalutin the Hardys are in wrestling history. Like, you pair them with a parody.
Oh, that too.
Hardy deserves something better than that. Along with
that's a good point. Yeah, I think I even said something like that when it was happening. I think I said I thought it would be even if they get him on loan, their friend from WWE.
Yeah.
What's his name? He was on friggin'. He was in the.
I know what you mean. I just can't say.
Yeah, I can't think of his name. He's got like an animal name or something. No.
Hurricane. Yeah.
Hurricane.
Oh, okay, yeah, there you go.
Okay, everyone, get the hell out of here! It's spoiler time. Thank you. Okay. Inspiration defeated Brittany Brooks and Missy Kate. Nice to see her back. Leon Slater defeated Hotch.
He's going to be breaking down the tapings with proper pronunciation and spelling.
Yeah, I did fix all your goddamn spelling, and I added shit like Inspiration defeated Brittany Brooks and Missy Kate instead of leaving a question mark on a fucking obvious match. Okay, Leon Slater defeated Jason Hotch. This is kind of crazy. Ready for this one? Jody Threat, Indy Hartwell, Tasha Steelz, and Killer Kelly. I mean, how long ago was it? I felt like we didn't have enough knockouts for a match like this. 8-woman tag against Rosemary, Zia, Tessa, and Danny.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
The faces won. Actually, no, they're not faces. They're not faces. Jody, Indy, Tasha, and Kelly were a team.
And I don't know if you caught it, Jay, but did you feel like Indy Hartwell's getting really over already?
Oh, yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Here?
Definitely.
Like what?
I honestly think maybe they're looking around and they're like, we can save money by getting rid of Tessa and having Indy, who doesn't have the baggage.
Yeah, maybe.
She's kind of similarly very good in the ring. They have similar looks. She's jacked as shit.
And I haven't been liking the way they've been booking her either. Like, kind of making her cowardly. And
Indy?
Can't wrestle. Tessa.
Oh, okay. Well, I think she's on. Because I don't think she's sticking around, like I said a while ago, because I didn't. She stopped being on. She stopped being on the things.
They're making.
This is her final. This is her final graphic that she's on.
Okay.
And she lost. She lost in what was a 8-woman tag match where the 4 winners would compete to determine the number 1 contender. So there is now a number 1 contender match between Jody, Indy, Tasha, Kelly. You can cross out Jody, so it's Kelly versus Tasha versus Indy. No offense, Jody, but you're a jobber, and that's just life sometimes. First class promo before introducing Trick Williams. Like, seriously? You guys are going to put the champion with this with who is this dude blowing to get this much time and good spots when he's done absolutely nothing?
Yeah.
I've seen articles written about how bad these segments are, and not just written by myself. Mustafa Ali. Okay, this is interesting. Ready? Here's a good one. Mustafa Ali in-ring promo with Tasha Steelz in the great hands. He mentioned knowing Tasha has been calling "quote-unquote" him on the phone. We don't know who the him is.
Okay, yeah,
I like that.
That's been like brewed up for.
That's a Robles kind of thing. I like that. Eric Young defeats Sami Callihan. That's interesting.
You know who somebody was saying that it could be. Somebody was saying that they thought it could be Cedric Alexander. He was recently released. I don't know if there's
I just don't know how do they fit in with Tasha? Does she have anything?
I have no idea.
Yeah. Okay. Knockouts champion Masha and Li Ying Li defeated the Elegance brand. Hate it. Cardona. Oh god. Oh Jesus, they're a tag team. Oh good god. And they beat the system. Oh god. Oh god. Okay. Matt Cardona and the Hometown Man defeated JDC and Eddie Edwards with Brian Myers and Alicia. Okay, sorry, via DQ. Oof! Oh, fuck. They were all, post-match, they were all beating down the Hometown Man. When Cardona attacked Myers, they exchanged words. JDC, they attacked Cardona from behind and stomped him while Myers okay, good. They beat the shit out of them. Okay, good. Oof! The Hardys defeated First Class via DQ again, seriously, when Trick Williams interfered. After the Williams, Trick and First Class defeated the Hardys until Joe Hendry and Elijah ran out made the save. Damn, it sounds like WWE. The system and holy shit. Seriously.
I don't like Cardona, Jay, but why not try to bring in Jesse Goddard's apparel?
Oh no, I mentioned that one before.
You know what I mean? At least make more sense on Hometown.
Well, no, I thought that would have worked with what's his name to shut down his old teammate.
Oh, okay.
But okay, ready? Try to stay with me with this because I couldn't. The Hardys defeat the First Class when Trick Williams interfered. After the match, Trick and the First Class attacked the Hardys until Joe Hendry and Elijah ran out to make the save. The System come out to brawl, followed by Leon Slater and the Rascals to help the baby faces clear the ring. How? It must be easy to clear the ring when there's 19 faces in there. Jesus, what is that segment?
Yeah, about like back in the day.
Holy, yeah, that felt like an old school WWE.
Wow. Don't remember that they couldn't take out a 50-year-old Sting that had a baseball.
Oh, totally, yeah. Where's Sting? Where's Sting? Sting would have taken all those bitches out. Yeah. Santino promo. Oh god, with Tommy Dreamer in the ring. They're just trolling me at the end. I think Mance Warner interrupted them until Jake something returned to take out Warner. Jeez, I didn't even see that. And now I'm actually seeing tweets about people wanting to see another Jake something push, and I'm like, I just have to look. I have to look away. I mean, how many times, people? How many times are we going to see the same thing with this guy? Listen to Gary. Listen to the noises he's making. Those aren't happy noises.
Not on the toilet, by the way.
These are sad noises that it's people we don't want to hear. Like we want to see new faces. I feel like Jake something is like he hangs around and it's like, hey, come on over here. We're closing soon. Come on, we can do some hands.
Jake, what it was with me, I think we were doing some show with Bash at the brewery. It was kind of when he was on the fence of signing with TNA, and everybody was like, "Oh, we really need to sign that Jake something."
Yeah.
He's great, and I'm like, I watched him for a weekend, months,
years. Years.
And I'm like, when is he going to get better?
Yeah, I mean, he's good, but you have to book him like a dominant monster, and there's a lot of guys like that.
But he has no character.
Oh, no, totally. He's similar to Hammerstone. They'd both be great if you booked them like unstoppable monsters, and guess what? So was Goldberg, who knew nothing about wrestling. You could do it with anyone, literally anyone. So, main event, Hendry, Elijah, Slater, and the Rascals. Jesus Christ. That was a setup for a fucking... It's a Challengers versus Champions 10-man tag. Good fucking...
And lately, TNA has gotten to have this...
This is exactly what I bashed Tony Khan about. These are like all-star matches.
Multi-man matches and shit. Like,
this has been nothing but multi-man matches. Multi-man promos. Multi-man fucking... Damn, this is an ugly night of tapings.
Yeah.
Maybe you'll find something else. We do have some videos that Myla Grace. Myla Grace looks really pretty, if that helps. And Trick. Well, who would Trick wrestle? How did I miss that? Oh no, he was just sitting in the ring getting attacked by people at the end, I guess. That's probably a rascal jumping over his head. Okay, that's about all we got. Right about under an hour. Shit, if we can cut it in 20, we got 10 seconds. Go.
I just want to say tonight's podcast is brought to all of you out there by Zonify. This week's
Fuck that. Dedicated to Gary's dad. That's what matters.
Yeah, there you go. That too.
Thanks, everyone. We'll be back next week.